In this episode, I explain how suffering shapes your soul. Jocko Willink turns pain into his personal trainer. And you wonder if the universe is just testing how long you'll stick around before it blinks first. Suffering doesn't break you. It edits who you are. Today, we dive into Jocko Willink, a guy who treats discomfort like a hobby and pain like an old coworker. This ain't your typical motivation tale. It's about a kid bursting with energy, a life hammered out in misery, and that raw moment when he figured out your true self gets forged right at the heat where most folks bail. We're talking Navy SEAL grit, Ramadi battles, and the quiet architecture of identity built on sweat.
Here's the deal with Jocko Willink. Folks idolize that discipline equals freedom mantra. But the core of it, dead simple, almost comically straightforward. He just didn't quit. Back in 1990, at 19 years old, fresh out at Torrington, Connecticut, Jocko enlists in the Navy. After boot camp and radio school, he hits BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training, in Class 177 at Coronado. Now, BUDS is no joke. It's 6 months of hell designed to weed out the weak. Hell Week alone, 5.5 days of constant motion, maybe 4 hours of sleep total, running through freezing surf, carrying boats on your head, instructors yelling till your ears ring. Jocko? He bombed runs, flubbed swims, stumbled on the O course, that brutal obstacle gauntlet, and choked in pool comp, where they tie your hands and feet and expect you to bob like a cork without panicking. But his fix? No pity party, no excuses about bad vibes or misaligned stars. He ran harder, swam longer, suffered deeper. As he put it in his book, Discipline Equals Freedom. Freedom is what everyone wants, to be able to act and live with freedom. But the only way to get to a place of freedom is through discipline. Most of us haggle with discomfort like it's a yard sale. Jocko? He came at it like a loan shark collecting dues, and that's how he earned his trident. Focus ain't some Zen calm. It's staring down the hurt, knowing it's fleeting, while bailing out sticks like glue.
We treat suffering like a glitch in the system, something to reboot or complain about. Jocko, he sees it as the entry fee, a non-negotiable subscription to the good stuff. Picture BUDS again. Endless cold plunges into the Pacific, sand chafing every inch, instructors in dive masks flipping you underwater like a rag doll till you black out and come back gasping. Jocko described it casually, like a bumpy beach day. Wet, freezing, flat out miserable. But in his head, it's fine. This gets me to frogman status. No whining, just payment rendered. Fast forward to his early SEAL days, deployments to Asia, Middle East, Europe, even seizing a Russian tanker in the Gulf of Oman for smuggling Iraqi oil against UN sanctions. That grind? Normal. Exhaustion? Par for the course. He once said, discipline can seem like your worst enemy, but in reality, it is your best friend. Folks chase the badge, the identity, without settling the bill. Jocko paid up front and threw in a tip. Why? Because growth doesn't sprout from the ache itself. It blooms when you linger in that negotiation phase, where suffering whispers sweet nothings about quitting, and you tell it to shove off. Think about your own grind, that job sucking your soul, or the workout that leaves you wrecked. It's the toll booth to who you become. Stay put and watch the edit take shape. So Jocko didn't waltz through training. He plowed through like a bull in a china shop, turning mishaps into milestones. Fail the timed run? Tweak the pace. Hit it again. Botched a swim? Refine the stroke. Dive back in. Screwed up pool comp? He snuck dive gear, stuff he wasn't supposed to touch, and drilled till the waves called uncle. This wasn't gliding, it was bombing forward stubbornly. The key? He never let flops define him. They became assignments. In Extreme Ownership, co-written with Leif Babin, he pulls from Ramadi screw-ups, a friendly fire incident that could have shattered morale, but instead, they owned it, dissected it, adjusted. No blame game, just fail, tweak, repeat, win. Zero drama, no hype playlist blasting in his ears, just raw process. As he put it, there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. Owning failures to forge ahead. Imagine applying that to your daily mess. Inbox overflowing, project tanking. Turn it into homework, not a headstone. Your ego might bruise, but the algorithm holds. Most stumbles aren't the end. They're the edit cutting out the weak spots.
Here's a twist from Jocko's pre-9/11 days. 13 years in the SEALs. Not a single shot fired at the enemy. Zero real ops, just grind after grind. Endless PT sessions. Inspections, nitpicking, grooming like a drill sergeant's bad dream. Simulated hell that felt pointless. But guess what? It forged obsessives. Without knowing the exam's curveballs, they prepped for Armageddon. Pre-war SEALs? Paranoid pros. Strict standards, brutal workouts, all-in professionalism. It wasn't a party, it was boot camp for the soul. Then 2006 hits. Jocko commands Task Unit Bruiser in Ramadi, facing insurgents in house-to-house nightmares. That pointless training? It over-prepped him on purpose. As Jocko reflected in his podcast, practice doesn't chase perfection. It builds unbreakable. No combat mileage didn't leave them fragile, it made them hungry, adaptive. Flip it to your world. That gym routine when life's calm, or skills sharpening sans crisis. It's the buffer against the unknown. Hard prep trumps winging it every time, because when the storm rolls in, you're not scrambling, you're steady. Hard prep trumps winging it. We romanticize brotherhood like it's campfires and high fives. Jocko's take is forged in the muck, cold together, bleeding side by side, flopping as a unit, and rising without ditching. Early platoons, miserable cycles of freezing surf, failed evos, wondering if the ocean's got a personal grudge. But that's the glue. Fast forward to Ramadi with Task Unit Bruiser, door kicks in insurgent hellholes, losing brothers like Mark Allen Lee and Michael Mansour, who dove on a grenade, earning the Medal of Honor posthumously. Shared risks, mutual misery, that's what binds. Jocko still riffs on those early teams, the pressure-forged friends. It wasn't ribbons or glory, it was voluntary hell, laced with dark laughs to keep sane. As he said, iron sharpens iron. Not in comfort zones, but where ease evaporates. Think of your crew. Bonds from easy wins fade. Ones from trenches, those endure. Real ties stem from shared voluntary suffering, not convenience, but commitment. Task Unit Bruiser. Oh boy, the most decorated special ops crew of the whole Iraq mess. Translate that to a squad so damn allergic to tapping out that the battlefield starts begging for mercy, handing out gold stars just to shoo them home. This wasn't a unit, it was a glitch in the matrix. Kick in one door? Routine. 10 more? Yawn. Tuesday special. Picture it. Hey, let's crank a SEAL platoon to existential nightmare mode. Jocko right in the thick, commanding the chaos, not quitting, suffering like a pro, making discomfort clock out early. Statistically savage excellence, silver stars, bronze with V, the works. But here's the absurdity. Amid house-to-house hell, friendly fire fiascos, losing legends like Mansour, they just kept coming. Battlefield's like, fine, you win, take your trophies. This crew turned war into a bad joke on the enemy. Here's the hushed lesson Jocko drops without fanfare. Suffering ain't heroic or poetic. It's just the grindstone, honing your edges,
to carve space for the upgraded version. You don't need Bud's brutality, Ramadi's fire, or 4 a.m. ice baths. Nah, just that gut check to hang tight when bailing feels smart. Test it. This week, eyeball that dodge discomfort and make it fold. Before we fade out, a question to chew on. What chunk of you needs a hard edit right now? Drop it in the comments. If this hit home, hit subscribe for more raw dives. Peek the description for Jocko book recs. No face, just truth. See you next dose.